Welcome back, Summoners. You just saw SK Gaming take a turnaround win from Fnatic, and I'm here with Lee Sweat and Trevor Quickshot Henry to break down that match. A great game to start off the summer split here, in my opinion. Let's start off by the early game, because Fnatic actually had a really strong showing, and especially Cyanide on that Elise, just doing very good all over the map.
Yeah, it really started strong. It's something that Cyanide has done many times in the past. If you look at his all-star performances when he was playing Kha'Zix, we were talking about upstairs how Cyanide finds a way to get kills. He has an impact early, but then can't carry it through. You know, he was sitting 3-0-3 at one point, which was great. It helped Fnatic, but then they got to the inner turrets of SK Gaming and everything just fell apart. They couldn't get past the towers. They didn't have a siege composition, and Cyanide's early prowess ended up equating to nothing.
Yeah, and it was interesting just to hear from Jesus back then. He said himself, he says, I knew that Cyanide was going to be coming for me. He knew it was happening. Maybe it's because he said in the video that Cyanide got a really limited champion pool. I don't know. So he was kind of expecting a backlash. But Svenskeren as well. You know, both of these junglers were very good during the spring split and have continued their prominence here in the summer split. Good start from both junglers. We'll see how it continues.
Yeah, because on the other hand, we also see things reoccurring for both teams that Cyanide couldn't carry through the game. And again, SK Gaming not being able to dominate that early game straight off the bat. And we actually have a replay of how they did pull the game back in their favor. You can pull that replay up on the screen right now.
Yeah, so the one thing that I really want to highlight is at 17 minutes, SK Gaming are 4,000 gold behind. They are 5 kills down, but they've done a good enough job. They're still even on towers, 3-3. The one thing I want to highlight is throughout the spring split, SK Gaming always fell behind in the laning phase. They seldom went even or ahead, but they always stalled the mid game, and they used their superior strategic and map movements to get back in the game. So let's roll this clip out. You'll notice the rest of Fnatic are pushing on the bottom lane. You can see pings there. SK Gaming are grouped up. They have 4 members moving themselves towards that top tower. They're immediately going to dive onto Yellowstar. Yellowstar does the best that he can to fend off this assault. But at the end of the day, SK Gaming just have a better position and a better game plan. They focused on the tower. So as, honestly, he's milling around. I have no idea what his game plan was. He ends up giving up a kill in 30 or 40 seconds. I have no idea what was going through his mind, and it's something he needs to think about. What we just seen there at the end was a teleport from Freddy. He was moving himself to the bottom lane. He defended his own tower. So SK Gaming got a kill, a tower, defended the tower, and another kill onto Soaz later in the game. All from just calling and communication while being 4K down in gold.
And this is something we've talked about so often through the spring split, was the fact that SK would always be slow at the start, yet they'd always manage to pull it back. Their teamwork would always get them back in the game. Yeah,
it's something that SK as a team, they don't necessarily have the strongest individual players, but they're making it very clear in this very first game and all throughout the previous split, their analytical approach to the game is something that's working very well. I know Lee, you're bringing up quite often during All-Stars that SK have this analyst, they have a coach, they have a sports psychologist.
Yeah.
And it helped Jesus with his game. It's definitely helping the team with theirs.
Yeah, I mean, we heard Fnatic, of course, talking about it in the pre-show, talking about how it has affected them. It's something we mentioned, obviously, with Fnatic when we were at All-Star. It's what a lot of the Korean teams do. The Chinese teams have it. We're seeing, of course, the North American teams. We've got Monte Cristo, of course, so with CLG now merging everything in there. Maybe it's time that the European teams look at SK Gaming, who were a brand new team at the start of the spring split and went on to top the league. They need to look at their approach and maybe start listening to these guys, because clearly it works.
Yeah, an analyst can be so central to the performance of the team, and maybe an analyst is someone that could say, maybe not go for that Aurelia first pick.
Strong words, but truthfully. Soaz and Aurelia didn't do well at All-Star. 0-6-3,
something like that,
around about there. This game, 0-3 again. Not only the champion didn't really work out, his in-game decision-making was a little questionable.
That 1v3, you got to wonder what was going on there. I mean, you could see he was trying to maybe set up, get a quick kill on towards Yellowstar, get something on the board, but everybody knows, even how, no matter how strong you are, going 1v3 has got to be a huge play, and it backfired and made him look bad.
Yeah, a lot to study up on for Fnatic, but great performance by SK Gaming once again. But as for now, we're going to head back over to Joe and the Fee Show at the desk for our next match